Okay, guys, how's it going? Peshcat's here with the one and only Salt Lord, Salt Hermit himself, Rex Lau.
Please. Hi.
And today we are going to be doing top 10 lists for Telovru Darkness. We're going to try and make this a thing every time a new set comes out, at least one that both of us are paying attention to. And so, yeah, we're just going to give our opinions on what we think are the top 10 cards for Telovru Darkness. And these are our own opinions, disclaimer. So, if you disagree, go make your own video. This is our video. Sucks to be you.
Alright.
All right, so I'm gonna give my top 10 list first. First off, honorable mention goes to the Mia +2 Soul Climax from TD for being the only +2 Soul combo, or not even a combo, the only +2 Soul in this entire set.
Oh my god, Randall.
And it has the all important white lights. Yeah, no.
Oh my god.
So honorable mention, Mia +2 Soul. All right, now getting on to the actual list. He's already sighing. All right, my first pick was the 3/2 Nana, which is a burner and it's also an early summon. If you have the 0/0 oversize Nana in your clock, then you can play this at level 2. And if you reverse an opponent's character during your turn, then you can pay 1 stock and burn your opponent for 1. So this comes down at level 2, you kill their level 1, which is going to be like 6k or something, and then boom, free damage. Pretty good. And this is also, it also synergizes well with the 3/2 Momo, which we'll get to later. But yeah, I think this is just a solid early drop for the alien deck, and being able to just push for more damage early on is pretty good. And your game plan with the alien deck doesn't really cost a lot of stock. Once you hit level 3, you're like dropping Momos, and those burns cost no stock, so you can just like use your stock for this during the mid game. So yeah, pretty good. Next up, number 9, I chose the 1/1 Yami, which gives not Clock Encore, Hand Encore. Holy crap, if this card gave Clock Encore, that would be stupid.
Randall, stop hallucinating,
Okay,
please.
so I'm tired. Yeah, obviously. So, the 1/1 Yami, housework and transformation characters in front of this card get 500 boost and Hand Encore. So this is an effect that we've seen on cards like Akashi Kai in Contact Collection. And the Yami has a climax combo with the Taiyaki Key Holder. When you play the climax, you choose any character and give it a 2k buff until the end of the turn. So it's kind of like a Asuna Married Life sort of ability, except it requires a specific climax. Now, that specific climax happens to be the exact same climax as the one that you use for the 1/0 Mikon, which is basically like the main reason that this card is even on the top 10 list, because it has like the automatic synergy. And whoever thought of this at Bushiroad is like, really, why would you do that?
Yeah, this card is dumb.
The synergy is dumb. That's what makes it dumb. Like, if the 1/0 Mikon didn't exist, this wouldn't be on my top 10. Okay. Next up, number 8, I chose the Yui Clock Suicider. First of all, it's a Clock Suicider. So, yeah. And her second effect is, if you have 1 or less other characters, then your other character gets plus 1500. So, what you can do with this card is if your opponent has 2 characters on their field, you have your Clock Suicider, and then you kill one of their cards, and then you buff up your other card so that it kills their other card, and then you get the values. One thing that you can do, this is kind of weird in terms of like deck construction. You can play the 0/0 Yami, the one that has resonance, and you can, if you kill the opponent's character, you can move a card to back row. You can use that with this Yui Suicider, and it'll buff the Yami up to like 3/5, so it's easier to kill stuff, and then you get more value out of your Clock Suicider. Yeah, I just think the fact that it's a Clock Suicider is good. Unfortunately, it doesn't have like a totally set place in like what deck you're supposed to be playing this thing in. Number 7, I chose the 3/3 Darkness counter. So it's basically the money counter, but it also adds 2k to one of your characters. And so this is good in the sense that it's not only anti-damage, like a money counter, but it's also like anti-clock shot, because you're adding that 2k power to your character, so you can guarantee them not getting reversed, as well as not taking soul damage from the attack. And the fact that it's a 3/3 instead of a 2/3 really doesn't matter, because you were only really playing money counters at level 3 anyway. Or at least in my experience of what I've seen. Number 6, I have the 0/0 Mikon Hatakaze. It would be higher up on this list if it were a global, but it's not. Because if it were a global, that means you can push it up and still get the boost. But still a pretty good card. Assist 500, has the all-important anti-salvage ability, which people just hate. And yeah, just a solid level 0.
Randall, if it was a global 500, this card would not exist, okay?
Shut up. Alright, number 5, I chose the 3/2 Haruna. So, unfortunately, I had to put best girl. No, I had to put worst girl on this list. So, but like, yeah,
this is solid.
I had to put worst girl on this list because she actually has a good card. So she's an early drop if you have 2 or less climaxes in your waiting room, which is like the easiest early drop condition on the planet, because you just refresh and then boom, you have no climaxes in your waiting room, and then you can just play this.
They're easier.
And then you heal, and then you're not messing up your compression because you just refreshed your deck, so it's okay. And then every time another character attacks, she gets 1k, so it makes her fat, which is kind of weird considering that she's a blue card, but whatever.
Doesn't she heal?
Yeah, I said she heals.
Okay.
All right, number 4, I picked the Mikon Brainstorm from the set, not the one from the TD. I think this Mikon Brainstorm's absolutely bonkers. It's like an Akatsuki, but it's actually a Brainstorm. So when it comes into play, you can discard a card, choose a transformation or housework character from your clock, add it to your hand, and then put the top card of your deck into your clock. So you're not minusing, you're discarding a card to get a card. Obviously, the effect sucks if you have like only 1 card in clock and it's a climax, but then you just don't play this. But like if you have like 6 cards in your clock and you have like a choice of all these cards, then it effectively becomes better than an Akatsuki. And the Akatsuki, she mills basically like mills 4 cards, but this one also has a Brainstorm. So not only can you like discard a card you don't need to grab a card from clock that you do need, but you can also Brainstorm after to potentially plus off it. So it has tons of utility. You have a discard outlet if you have like a bajillion extra climaxes in your hand. You grab a card from clock that you need, and it's a Brainstorm. So this card's just great. I really, really, really like this card. Okay, next up at number 3, we have the 1/0 Mikon Climax combo. Climax combos with a gold bar or a stock soul, because card design is great. And if all of your characters are housework or transformation, which they probably will be if you're playing that deck, then she gets a 1k buff, and when you reverse your opponent's character while the climax is in play, you get to search your deck for a transformation or housework character. So it's basically Shimikaze, but you get to choose between 2 climaxes, and it also shares the climax combo with the 1/1 Yami, which will allow you to give a 2k buff to this card and make it even easier to reverse your opponent's character, because this is totally fair. Okay, so at number 2, we have the 3/2 Momo. She's an on-play burn. When she comes into play, reveal the top card of your deck, and if that card is an alien or a plant trait character, then you get to burn for 1. And if you're playing the Sisters deck, that's going to be your entire deck. So basically, if you top check a character, then boom, burn 1. And Momo has a lot of top checking cards, a lot of relevant top checking cards that you can run in a Sisters deck that will make the top checking a lot easier. So you have cards like the 0/0 Momo from the trial deck. She has on play top check, and you can either leave it on top or send it to the waiting room. And also the 2/1 level support. I think it's a Momo and Yami.
Yes.
And so it's a level support, and it also has come into play top check, and you can leave it on top or send it to the waiting room. And so that level support is going to be very relevant for the 3-2 3-2 Nana, which can come in at level 2, and it'll allow you to burn more easily for that. But if you play it at level 3 to check for your Momo, then you can guarantee that burn more easily. Now, the Momo also has a climax combo with a gate climax. When you play the climax, if this is in the front row, you can discard a card to take a level. Basically, it's going to be a level 3 or lower alien or plant character from your waiting room and play it to any slot on the stage, and you give it 2k power. So obviously, this is going to combo with your 3-2 Nana. You get to bring it out on the stage just by discarding a card. You don't have to pay 2 stock. And it gets 2k buff, which is going to make reversing your opponent's character more easy, or easier. Bleh, English. And then you just from there you just like burn your opponent a bunch of times, and it's really good. And then her last ability is if you have 3 or more plant or alien characters, she gets a 1k buff. But that's
Oh my god.
that's less relevant compared to the other effects. But I mean, just the fact that she has like 3 really good effects, just like, oh god. Definitely deserving of that number 2 spot. And finally at the number 1, in its 3,000 yen glory, we have the
And it's 30,000 yen glory.
oh yeah, the SP. Okay, so we got the 3-2 Konjiki no Yami. If all of your characters are transformation or housework, this gets plus 1500 power and cannot be targeted by your opponent's abilities. So fuck your money, fuck your horror movies, fuck your compass, fuck your
Just
wind
screw
triggers,
everything. Just screw everything.
just like, nope, you get nothing. When this comes into play, you can draw up to 2 cards and discard a card. So this is very good for fishing out other copies of herself or the Wind Trigger Climax, and you're about to find out why that's so relevant. When this card attacks, if you have the Wind Trigger Climax in play, choose one of your other characters and this card, and until the end of the turn, both of those cards get a cancel burn. So if you have 3 of this on the field, and you have
Yeah,
the
just
Wind
just tell your
Climax,
opponent to give up.
then you are going to have 5 cancel burns, and you are either going to hit them for like 9, or you are going to ping them for 5, all in
Wait,
once.
isn't it 6?
No, because you can't give cancel burn to the first one.
Oh yeah, alright.
So yeah, you're gonna be pinging them for 5, or they're gonna be taking 9 to the face, or some combination of that. They're gonna be taking a lot of damage, and that's why this climax combo is really, really dumb. And the fact that it's a draw 2, drop 1 as well, which lets you fish for other copies, fish Taiyaki, Kek, is really, really good. So yeah, this card is really, really good. And all right, I'm gonna hand it over to Rex for his top 10 list. Go for it, Rex.
Right, my list is pretty different. So at my number 10, I have the 3-2 Haruna. Although I think it's a good, like the early summon is good, same as the Kirikek in SAO, and it heals, which is even better. I feel that the traits restricted too much for it to be good. And also, like, if you compare it to, like, you're playing this in an animal deck or an animal alien deck where there's so many other good level 3s. This card is good, but then it's up against a lot of other extremely good level 3s in its set that kind of makes it not as strong, in my opinion. Alright, and then at number 9, I have the 1-0 Suicider Momo, which is level 1 Suicider, and you can pay 1, discard 1 to salvage. So I think this card is good because
It plays the stage, by the way.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
You pay 1, drop 1, and then you pick a level 1 or lower alien or plant from your waiting room, and you play it on the stage. So you can play a cost 1.
Yeah, I think this card is not bad because level 1 game for To Love Ru, in my opinion, for alien was it alien animal deck?
Just alien deck in general.
Yeah, alien deck is just not, the level 1 game is kind of shaky. So this kind of rebalances it because what's the other level 1 I would play in this?
Kind of shaky. What the heck, dude? The level 1
Yeah,
line
dude.
is like nuts in this deck. You play the 1-1.
What, for alien?
You play the 1-1 Nana. It becomes a level 2 with 1500 and hand encore, and then you have
I know.
level 1 level support, so it makes it an 8k level 2 with hand encore. That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, but that's one card, and no, what I'm saying is that this card just makes it much more stable. Because if you can't get that 1/1 Nana, or is it Nana? Yeah, it's a 1/1 Nana.
Yeah.
Then you're kind of screwed. But then this card is basically like, oh, you're gonna get it every time.
But you have 1-0 stock soul climax combo salvage as well.
Please.
Oh, okay, all right, whatever.
Maybe I overvalued this card.
I think the value of the card is fine. I just think that like you're giving it too much credit for the level 1 game crutching on it when the level 1 game is actually pretty freaking good.
Yeah, okay, maybe. Number 8 for me is the Mikan Brainstorm. It's the same logic with Randall, except in my locals, or just looking at my perspective, because hand fixing and milling is so important in my locals. I feel like this card deserves a spot on the list regardless of what set it should be in. But the reason why it's so low is, I don't know. I like the trait restrictless brainstorm. Is it the
The Nana
the
salvage.
double? Yeah, the Nana salvage. I don't know why. I just like that better. Maybe because I'm biased towards SAO.
Okay.
And then number 7, I have the one Nana. This card reminds me of the Attack on Titan Potato Girl, or is it the Potato Girl?
Yeah, it's the Potato Girl. Except she has Clock Encore though.
Yeah, she has Clock Encore to its Hangor, so technically this one is not as good. But it's still a big 7k Encore
And it's level
base.
2.
And it's going to be a level 2. It's going to be 8k. It's just goodness all around. It's just a huge beat stick. And I I'd put at number 7, I think that the 1/1 Maya, is it the 1/1 Maya that gets that's basically a Haruka, gets 1/5 and can't be targeted.
Yep, that's the one.
I mean,
no,
can't
no,
be
no,
reversed.
It can't be reversed. Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be reversed by auto effects or something like that. And I think that's also really good. Like in both, like the Nana in Alien deck and the Maya in what's that called, Housework.
Trans
and
House.
yeah, that the other deck. So these are solid beat sticks, but yeah. Number 6, I have a very generic card. It's the 1/0 Mikan 4500. You get 500 for every Housework and shoot. Every Housework and what?
Transformation.
Yeah, every Housework and Transformation. So this card by itself, it's super generic, but of course you pair with the other cards in this deck and it's super strong. That's why I put this here. It's also a cost of 7,500 most likely. When you play it.
Well, not really, because this like the Trans House deck, like
I know you have no global.
People are basically going to be playing the Mikon with the Hatsukaze effect, so like that's not a global, so they have no global.
I mean, one of them is going to be 7,500 somehow.
Yeah, and you have a costless 2k counter, so it's not like you're in any trouble. If it is a 7k, oh no.
Oh no, it's going to be 9k on defense.
All right, so,
what do I do?
So what? You're on number 5 now?
Yeah, I'm on number 5. I have the 3/2 Momo. Maybe I undervalued this card, but this card is good. This card is very good. It can, like Randall said just now, you can pull out the 3/2 Nana and you can burn them on reverse, which is seriously good. This card is just bonkers in an alien deck in general, but I think the 2 level is just like the traits restricted, like the potential. But I guess they're just trying to stick to the
dog.
The theme.
Decks restricted into the traits are still pretty strong.
I know, but imagine if they didn't restrict it to the traits. Oh my goodness.
Let's not talk about that.
All right, number 4. Yes, this is number 4. Number 4, I have the search engine Mikan. This is pretty self-explanatory. But my one difference with Randall is, would you run the stock soul or the gold bar for this?
I run the gold bar.
All right, yeah,
In the sample deck list, I ran the gold bar.
If I play this, I'd probably run a stock soul. This is probably personal preference, but because I think that gold bar That's more disadvantage than an advantage in your case.
Yeah, that's just because
And
you. That's
because
just because you have like 3 of them in your hand.
maybe okay, fine. Maybe because I'm just bad, but no, no, no. Seriously speaking, I seriously do think gold bar is that's more disadvantage than advantage. Oh wait, but I think stock still is good because you have the 1/1 Yami. The power is not going to be a problem for this Mikan. It's gonna be a 5/5 6K 6/5 if it's in the center with hand on core, and then it's gonna be an 8/5 on offense. And judging you play it right, you're most likely gonna get over most things, most level zeros at least, or something. I don't know. Stock still is good in this. I think
you better be getting over a level 0 with this.
yes. You there's no reason for you not to. All right, level three. I mean level three. Number three. I'm going crazy slowly. Level three. I put the Nana runner.
You mean the Lala runner?
Sorry, Lala runner. Jesus.
2 a.m. 2 a.m.
Yes,
boys.
2 a.m. Lala runner. Some people may think that like the resonance is crap because it basically forces you to run a subpar level three in an alien deck. Personally speaking, if I were to run an alien deck, yeah, if I were to run an alien deck, I probably would run like 10 level threes. So resonance wouldn't be a problem for me. But that's just me. So I like this card. Just because the resonance doesn't restrict me in the sense. Because the level three is fine by me. What do you think about this card?
Um, I didn't put it on this list because I don't like the 3/2 Lala. That's it. I mean, like runners are cool and all, but like if I have to have the level 3 Lala in my hand by turn 1, and then
I mean I wouldn't.
run,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
then nah.
Like it's not where it's the predicament where it's like I have to run this runner, so I have to run the level three. It's I like the runner ability because it can be a beat stick, and the level three is fine with me because it heals and it's 2K, and it gets plus 2K if it's an alien on top check. Is it?
No, it's
Yes,
wait, is it? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I know it gets I know it heals and it gets like 2K.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's fine because you're gonna be burning with two other cards anyways. All right, second, second top 10, getting close, is of course the Hatsukaze. I love Hatsukaze too much.
Self-explanatory.
Yes,
Alright.
and also no. All right, the Mill 3 is also, I think it's stupid on this card
It's a pseudo brainstorm, basically.
because if you get climax screwed, there's so many ways to just ditch everything. Like there's so many ways to mill your deck.
You have discard outlets. You have cards that can pay stock because you have 2 different brainstormers that you can run in that deck, and you have a bunch of cards that are basically pseudo brainstorms.
Yeah, this card is just crazy with the Mill 3. I wish Kantai had Mill 3 as well.
All right, now number 1, obviously it's Konjiki no Yami, so let's just get that out of the way.
That's I await the amount of wreckage this card will do in my locals in 12 hours in the tournament.
My locals is in 8 hours, so hopefully I
can't wait.
Hopefully I don't get shreked by this card.
I can't wait.
Oh god.
I can't wait. Oh my god, I don't want to think about it.
All right, so there you have it, guys. That has been the top 10 lists by me and Salt Hermit Rex Lau. And I think it's time
Screw Yami.
for Rex to get some sleep.
Yes, or else I'll go 0-4 again.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.